This is Jason's Talking Time with Jason Hicks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. Thanks. I really do appreciate it. I honestly do. Thank you for tuning in to the 2016 finale of Jason's Talking Time. This is just the last show of the year 2016. We will be back in January. When in January, at this point, I am not exactly sure, but we will cross that bridge when we come to it. For right now, this is Jason's Talking Time, and I want to appreciate everybody who is tuning in at the moment. And if you haven't done so already, please follow the show on Twitter at Jason's Talk Time. Follow the show on Instagram, Jason's Talking Time. And then follow the show on Facebook. Follow the show on Spreaker. Follow it on SoundCloud. Follow it on YouTube. Pretty soon we will be on iTunes. And so when we get on iTunes, follow us there. And hopefully we will get on iHeartMedia as well. When we get there, follow us there too. Alrighty. So 2016 has been a pretty sucky year between all of the deaths, all of the election results, everything that's been happening in between, all the disasters happening here at home and abroad. There's been numerous debacles, tragedies, and just downright just mediocrity this year. People getting in trouble. We had the Olympics. That was a bright spot. But the Olympics only lasted 2 weeks, and once that ended, it just went downhill from there. All right. Saturday Night Live got funnier, though. Can't go wrong with that, I guess. But other than that, 2016, hey, man, pretty terrible. And I asked my followers on Twitter to take a vote on what was their least favorite part of 2016, and they overwhelmingly responded unanimously that it was the 2016 election. And for good reason. This was probably the worst election that I've ever witnessed in my lifetime. Because many people who should have won, people who should have won lost, people who shouldn't have won. I mean, we elected Donald Trump over Bernie Sanders. And that really tells me that our country is not heading in the direction it should be. Now, mind you, Bernie had a lot of stuff stacked against him from the beginning. Hillary Clinton had all the momentum. She had all the money, all the drive, as did Donald Trump. People liked his shenanigans. They liked how he was going to drain the swamp. And speaking of which, Newt Gingrich just came out today saying that Donald Trump was no longer going to be using the phrase drain the swamp. And I really can't blame him for doing so, because he ain't drained that swamp not a bit. If anything, he has added to the swamp. He has made it funkier, nastier, and stankier. He has made the swamp into a great big old toxic, a big old toxic stink funk pond filled with dead fish floating on top of the water. The water's all doo-doo brown and just so funky, funkier than the mothership LP. That's the best way I can put it. Bringing in all of these people who have no political experience whatsoever. At this point, I kind of wish Mitt Romney had beaten President Obama in 2012. If I had known this shit was going to happen, I probably would have voted for Romney myself. I really would have. I mean, Obama was a great president. I'm going to miss him when he leaves next month. But I'd rather have Mitt Romney be the president than Donald Trump. I'd rather have Jeb Bush or Newt Gingrich. I'd rather have George W. Bush back in the White House. At least, even though he was a crappy president, his intentions were good at least. I would like to think his intentions were good. And these people, they were qualified at the very least. Their policies were bullshit, but at least they had the experience, the political experience. Donald Trump has no political experience. But anyway, I'm just saying the same stuff that I've said over and over again. It's time to move on. So, 2016 election, that's what everybody voted for. The other options, of course, were the celebrity deaths, which include Prince, David Bowie, Sharon Jones, Leonard Cohen, Gene Wilder, the guy that played Scrooge McDuck on the original DuckTales. The only DuckTales that matters. As a matter of fact, they shouldn't even do the new DuckTales reboot anymore now that the original Scrooge McDuck is gone, because it just won't be the same. Plus, there's too many people in the name. We've lost music icons, actors, sports figures, sports commentators, just everybody, the top of the heap. They have left us this year. Many of them gone. And it's just overwhelming to think about it. So, and not to mention, people are still talking about Harambe. People are still mourning Harambe, the gorilla. And be honest, how many of you guys even knew who Harambe was before he died? A show of hands. Exactly. Which once again tells me that this country, it really shouldn't surprise me that we voted for Donald Trump, because we spent 5 months plus mourning the loss of a gorilla that had no impact on the nation whatsoever. The gorilla never had a hit record. He never starred in a major movie. He wasn't even on a damn cereal box. But we just put the gorilla on a pedestal just because some people shot him. And I understand that they shouldn't have shot the gorilla, but given the circumstances the gorilla was in, and the gorilla, I gotta add, the gorilla also had very good intentions. He was trying to rescue the boy, set him right. He even pulled the boy's pants up. And I like to say this again. I wish Harambe had come to many neighborhoods, because there are many kids, grown kids, mind you, who need to pull their pants up. And I figure Harambe could have easily filled the void, pulled the pants up void that Bill Cosby vacated with his little scandal. So, in a sense, Harambe could have pulled Bill Cosby's pants up. But, like I said, Harambe is gone. He ain't coming back. And we just need to let Harambe rest. And I can't even explain how many things that went wrong this year. The election, the stuff going on in Syria, Aleppo, all the mass shootings, the Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. And I got to point out the Blue Lives Matter. Now, I support the cops, the good ones at least. I support honest, decent cops. But we need to quit saying Blue Lives Matter, because if you say Blue Lives Matter, I'm thinking you're talking about Papa Smurf. And Smurfs are not real. Smurfs' lives don't matter, because they are a fictional cartoon show that aired on the 80s. So, the correct term I would say is police lives matter. And yes, all lives do matter, but at the moment, it's Black lives. Because as you can see, as we've learned this year, this country is way more divided than everybody thought. That's why this election was such a big shock to so many people, women, black people, minorities in general, the LGBTQ community. I mean, this election was a slap in their face, because we have put so much aside, it's like you are willing to just downplay all of the crap that Donald Trump and all the other right wingers have spewed up all these years and just tune out the racism and the homophobia, and you just bought into all the pie in the sky that he promised, and your voting reflects that. It reflects it. So I can only hope that 2017 is a much, much better year than 2016 was and still is so far. It's December 21st, so we still have about a week and 3 days left before it is all over. And we don't have to deal with 2016 anymore. It'll disappear with all the other crappy years, such as 1968. That year sucked. 1984 sucked. 2001 sucked. 2005 sucked. So it can go the way of those crappy years. And in the meantime, while I am on vacation, it won't really be a vacation because I'm going to be promoting the hell out of this show during my time off. But one thing you can look forward to when we come back next month is a program devoted to the inauguration. We'll talk about that, and we'll have some other good stuff for you as well. So anyway, for 2016, my year personally, it was pretty good, but then I lost my job and I started the Talking Time, so that was a high point. So my year was up and down, and December hasn't really been all that great for me, but hopefully next year will be better. And hopefully my next show will be better because I've spent a lot of time playing Mario instead of putting this shit together, so I'm just rambling on. But then again, that's really what this show is about. It's my talking time, my time to talk, me to say whatever it is I want. So here I am, talking to you, the listener. Alrighty, so Christmas time. I'm definitely looking forward to Christmas time. It's one of the happiest times of the year, and you really have to appreciate every Christmas you get. Whether you get 20 gifts or 2 gifts or no gifts at all. Birth of Christ. And just so much love on Christmas Day. You have to just be happy and be grateful that you're around for another Christmas. And I'm going to be like that this year. And then, of course, New Year's Eve, Crimson Tide's going to be playing Washington in the semifinals. Hopefully we'll go to the finals. So I look forward to that. Roll Tide. As for my New Year's, I really don't have any big plans for New Year's Eve. And I hope your New Year is spectacular. And I hope your Christmas is spectacular. And I hope you do your best to make it spectacular. And I also hope that you really, really take next year and the years coming to really reflect on all the things that have happened this year and just try to make things better. We don't have the same views. We don't agree on the same thing. And I really don't expect us to, because this world would suck if we were all the same. Let's be real. It would suck. So the best way I could put it is just to treat people the same way that you want to be treated. So you want people to be nice to you, be nice to them. And then also, don't be so quick to jump on people. Don't be so politically correct. Don't assume that anything that they say is out to hurt you or a specific group of people, because not everybody was raised the same way. Not everyone has experienced the same things that you have experienced. And so they may have been taught a little differently than you have. So rather than just saying, oh, don't talk like that, don't say those things, just kindly take them aside and say, hey, some people may not appreciate the way you're talking, or and especially if the person isn't talking to you, but you just happen to be walking by and you hear somebody talking to somebody else, just stay out of it. Leave them alone, because it doesn't pertain to you. I mean, leave other people's business alone. Don't hop on them. And if you do that, then 2017, I bet you will be a whole lot better than 2016, because it all starts with you. For real. And this is going to do it for my talking time. Once again, we appreciate everybody for tuning in to the program. I appreciate all my followers and subscribers. And I look forward to seeing you guys again next year. You guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, whatever the hell it is you're celebrating this time. Good night. This